Hey everybody, what's going on? Back at the bush hanging out with my buddy Cindy. We didn't get camping anywhere this week yet. We were going to, but we just had a bunch of other stuff go on, so we never got camping again yet. We're hoping maybe next week because the weather's looking pretty decent. So just gonna go out front for a sec and show you guys what the garden's looking like here. It actually didn't come in too bad. And it's a shame we got it planted so late this year because we're going to have frost here anytime. It was only 6 degrees this morning when I get up, so we're not far away from the first frost of the year over here. Normally every year there's one in September, and it's already, the 23rd today, so we're close. I just want to show you guys the garden. Come out decent considering how late we put it in. It's too bad we didn't have another month to grow everything here because we'd have a whole lot more of a harvest. But anyways, potatoes are already dead. As you can see, they're done. I already dug a few last night, and nice sized potatoes in there. They all look really good. Brussels sprouts, they're not doing the greatest, not doing terrible, but this is our bean crop, and the beans come in really good considering how late it is, and this is the first year that I haven't had any actually deer eating these things on me, so there hasn't been a deer track around here. So something might be keeping the deer away, I'm not sure. But we picked a few yellow beans last night, and again, what sucks is those ones over there, they're all climbers, and they were supposed to be bush bean, a green bean, and they're actually a climbing bean, so they're just a big tangled up mess of everything over there. You can see down here, a little tiny pumpkin. And the local farmers around here have already harvested theirs, so that shows you how far behind we are. But look at this guy, nice little squash down in here. Decent size, if it can, get a little older. Another one here. Another one here. So we've got a few squash. A couple pumpkins, lots of beans. The ones on the front of the camp there, they did really well this year. The Scarlet Runners, but you can see I'm all over the place. Oh yeah, we get a little pepper here. Get a little pepper growing on the plant. This guy, we're not even sure what it is yet, if it's a sweet one or what it is. It might be a hot pepper. There's a couple more over here if the pepper plants didn't do much. But it's a shame, again, the pumpkins, they're just starting to take off. And we drive over here, there's a bunch of farmers' fields that harvest pumpkins, and they're already done. They've got them all piled up already, so we're a day late and $1 short on this stuff, and again, these beans here are going to produce pretty good. We had Swiss chard planted here, and the poor chard, I don't know, it's still here, but the beans overtook it, right? There's edible chard right there. We could dig out of here, but these beans, there's some nice chard in there. Look at that. It's getting choked out because, again, these beans are supposed to be bush. They're climbers, so they're climbing on everything, and they're not even producing anything yet. They're covered in blossoms, so kind of frustrating. Anyways, we are going today to process a bit more wood. I guess you guys saw when I head back in, I guess you saw the video with the new wood shelter, so that's going to work out great. We moved all the slab wood into it last night here, and I got a few pallets and that kicking around here. Just a bit of wood here and there I'm going to cut up in a bit here, so we're going to kind of clean up out back a little bit. And then we can actually clean it right up, rake it up, and it'll look better. It won't be such a mess behind the cabin anymore. So, but anyway, small tree broken off in there, but it's not much. Little pond is holding water quite well that I dug, so it's getting kind of natural looking again in there. Still haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. But it's wood harvesting season. That's what it is. Time to start getting hardwood because it's getting cold already at night, so, and it's only going to get worse. Not my favorite time of the year, but anyway, we're going to clean up around back here and that for a bit, and then I'll probably talk to you guys a bit later once we're done. I get some wood I got to split and just a few different things here. I'll talk to you in a bit. Man, sweaty day. We get everything cleaned up here. A little bit of stuff here I gotta finish. This is all cleaned up. Look how much nicer that is in the front. This wood is all stuff from a couple trees we just cut down over here. And there's that big guy over the brook, which I'm gonna get next week. Problem is, I'm gonna have to stand in the brook to get it. So it's gonna be a little harder. I'm probably gonna have to put my hip waders on. But these were all dead, all down along the edge. It was gracious of my neighbor, very nice of him. He said I could take them out of here. So Cindy's helping carrying it all up here. It's freaking warm, 21, 22 degrees, and pretty good for the 23rd of September. Anyway, this is what we have left to move here today. For supper, it's gonna be kind of cool. Gonna use my chimney oven again, anybody that's seen that rig, and we're gonna try to do some stuffed mushrooms. Never made them before. We'll see them on lots of videos, and there's all different ways and all different recipes, and Cindy's never made them before. We're gonna try some stuffed mushrooms. So what I gotta do is get my chimney oven all geared up here and in place, and that we're gonna get that thing going in a minute. But she's getting kind of hot here too. Ooh, yeah. I was sweating so hard a while ago, the sweat going right in my eyeballs, burning my eyes. So, but anyway, all right, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Checking in on what Cindy's got going here for dinner. She has great big mushrooms. Caps.
Camini.
What are they?
Camini.
This is the filling that's going to be going in them. It is cream cheese, cayenne pepper, and garlic.
No.
Cream
cheese, cayenne.
Yeah,
onion powder.
Onion powder.
And there's the garlic.
This is garlic.
And the mushroom stand. Once they cool, it all blends together.
Okay, and then you make a mash up and you stuff the mushrooms with it.
Yep.
And then I'm going to, what's the cheese? Go shredded in it, or how do you do it?
Shredded in it. It should be parm, but I'm low class, so it's marble.
It's going to be marble cheddar. All right. And then in a few minutes, I got to go get the chimney oven here fired up. I haven't had that thing going in quite a while. It's been like, man, oh man, when the last time we cooked in that? It's been quite a while. Last winter, I think. Cookies, yeah, we baked cookies in it one day. Anyway, I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Check these bad boys out. All stuffed and ready to throw in the chimney oven that Cindy prepared these bad fellas. Left over there. We're not going to eat that right now. All right, so I have to go out and get my chimney oven flashed up, I guess. Get the stove warmed up. It is 10 to 5, so yeah, and on the side with that, we're going to have some nice just fried boneless skinless chicken breast in a frying pan and a salad. So there's what else we have. And the mushrooms, so we need the chimney oven to do that. I could use a propane oven here, but that's not nearly as fun. So let's go outside so we get this thing fired up. Well, there you go. Nice dry wood in there. The oven is at, what are we looking at right now? It is about 75 degrees. So we're going to give this thing hopefully 10 or 15 minutes. Hopefully we can get it right up to 350. So let's see how it does here. Then we're going to throw in some nice stuffed mushrooms. Yeah, for anybody who hasn't seen this before in the videos, this is something that I built a little over a year ago now, and it used to be in the cabin. But I was getting creosote problems because it was cooling down my flue gas too much in the cabin. So I moved it out here, but I call it a chimney oven. It's a double-walled unit. Your smoke goes in, goes around and up. There's no smoke in this box, okay? This has only been going for 10 minutes. We're already up to 160 degrees, so it's starting to heat right up. Works very cool. It's kind of a thing I designed, come up with in my head, and then come to realize after the fact it's nothing new. These things have been out for years. Chimney oven affairs. And I guess back gold miners and that back in the day actually used to use these things in gold miners' shelters to bake and cook, and that a different variation. It was more of a barrel, more of a round one. Where this one I just come up with, I wanted something to build to kind of match the wood stove, right? The heat is going up right fast. It's already up to 175 in there. And it'll be up to 350. The temperature is going up, hard to believe how fast. So it will take this no time at all, hit 350 degrees, and we're gonna get cooking here. It's gonna be real good. Check this out, pretty neat. Real time, it's already 200 degrees. I don't know if you guys can see. It's hard to hold it here and show you how fast it's going up. 210 degrees. Crazy. 220 almost already. That's nuts. She's working good today, boys. This wood is stupid dry. This wood's been sitting on the deck here since the spring, so 230 degrees. Yeah, it's gonna be 350 here in a couple minutes. Well, crazy as it seems, I'm only literally this hasn't been going 10 minutes yet, and it's up to 260. The temperature's rising right fast. And again, anybody that hasn't seen this before, my chimney oven, this was an old water tank, actually, that I got from a guy for nothing. I took the bladder out, and I basically made a wood stove out of it, so it works quite well as a wood stove. 270, like we're gonna hit 350 so fast here, it may be hard. I gotta be careful I don't get it too hot. We don't want to burn these guys either, right? So, but anyway, should be no problem at all today, getting it warm enough to bake in it. And what a beautiful freaking day it is. September 23rd, and it hit 22 degrees today, which is what, 70, 72, something like that. Wonderful day. We were sweating so hard over there getting those trees cut up and all that. And but it's nice that we got a fair amount of wood processing. There's one last big one over there that the neighbor said I could have, and we're going to get that next week. It's not going to rain all week, and it's going to be a pain in the butt because I'm literally going to stand in the brook when I cut it. I have to follow it right across the brook because it's laying at almost a 45-degree angle now on the brook, and you're not going to bring that thing back. There's no possible way without pulling with it. So I'm going to drop it in the brook. Have to put on probably a pair of hip waders, and 300 degrees by the way already. Put a pair of hip waders on. So I'd rather let the water level drop a little bit. The brook is not that high anymore. We haven't had that much rain in the last week, but it's still going to, it's still a bit deeper over there. The brook splits here, and that's actually an island down here, and it joins up again over there. And where I have to follow it is right where the brook kind of joins up again. So, but anyway, check this out. 300 degrees in there already. Look at this. It's already up 300. So I gotta tell her she's gonna have to get her chicken cooking, and we're gonna have to get these mushrooms in here in a minute. Check these out. Wonderful job, Cindy. It is 325 degrees already in here, so I might as well put them in. Or actually, you know what? I'll wait till 350. I'll wait. We're gonna do it proper. We're gonna sit these down here. We're gonna do it the way we're supposed to, and we're gonna wait. It's only gonna be 2 minutes. It's already at 3:30, so just hang in there. She's getting hot. Check this out. Look at that, guys. That's pretty freaking close, if you ask me. 350 degrees. This tray of goodness is going in. And this just fits in this oven. Watch this. How close is that? I've got a tray in the bottom, and all that is because the bottom gets quite hot, and if I sat that pan right on the bottom, it might burn it. I've also got a piece of plate, steel plate, sitting in there as a heat sink on the bottom. So it basically just helps this thing retain its heat better. And the best part, let's look how clean this thing is burning. Well, no smoke. None. Heat waves, but virtually no smoke. She burns so clean. Ain't that nice? The mushrooms are underway. Burn my hands. Holy shit, that's hot. While supper's cooking, nice to see how much we've got. Sorry about this. Nice to see how much wood we're getting in here now already. That's just from today. We worked pretty hard, Cynthia and I both. This little pile here has to be split before it goes in. And there's a big tree over there still at an angle that should fill up the last spot. Now none of this is hardwood, is the only sad part. It's all spruce, right? That's pallet wood and slab wood over in the end. Here that falls, you got a big cone just come off this spruce tree, landed right in the roof. That's all pallet wood, basically, and slab, but at the end over there, the second, whatever you want to call it here, I'd like to get that full too. So between the two of these, we should be good easily for the winter. So when you first get here, take the chill off, you like that stuff, and then once you get going. But again, it is all softwood. It'd be nice to have hardwood. I just don't have the luxury to have hardwood here, so not this year anyway. Pretty cool unit, eh? Anybody that doesn't understand how this works, this is all double walled. There's a 2-inch air space there. Flue gas goes up around. It heats the bottom, sides, and top should be heated almost equally, right? So, and it is 350 right on the button right now. Pretty cool, gotta say. The recipe says 15 to 20 minutes. What do you guys think? Man, they ever looking good. Lower the temp. Isn't that crazy? 350. This thing works so good. The old chimney oven. I think it's almost time to pull these things out of here. Well, it's been, what, 20 minutes? 20 minutes they've been going in here. So let's check these bad boys out, see what they look like. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Take them in. We're ready to have our dinner. These ever come out nice, eh? Wow. Dinner is on the table. We are going to sit down and try our stuffed mushrooms. Nice salad. I think that's an everything salad. And some chicken. What kind of spice do you use?
Everything garlic.
Everything in garlic spice on this. So we're going to sit down and enjoy our dinner here now. Well, it's Sunday morning. Time to get out of here. we didn't film anything last night. We were pretty worn out after working all day yesterday getting that wood processed. Nice to see the pile is getting full quickly. Hopefully by next week when I take that big tree down, it's overhanging the brook, that'll pretty much fill that up. May get a little bit of hardwood to bring over here too to kind of mix in with it. There's a fella processes wood. You can buy these hobs and knobs, we call them. They're like the end cuts off the wood. Some are big and bulky and weird shaped, but it's really, really good hardwood, and it's quite cheap to buy it that way. So we may bring a little bit of that over here even to help heat the place a bit this winter. Nice to throw a bit of hardwood in the stove overnight. Had a good weekend again, as usual, with Cynthia. You know, she's quite a help. She helps me. Friggin' hard to believe how hard this girl works, so she never stops. I gotta tell her to take a break sometimes. But the weather today, it's foggy right now. It's gonna be another beautiful day, and it's looking like the next 2 weeks there's gonna be no rain at all in our forecast, so we're hoping maybe this week to get out camping someday. I know she can't wait to sleep in her trailer at night. I kind of feel the same way. So hopefully it won't be too cold, but you know, it is what it is. When you want to go camping in September, I may have plans for some little bit of off-grid camping too, maybe even some overlanding kind of camping here in the future. Stay tuned on another project I'm working on now, so at the house. Anyway, Daisy caught 2 mice this weekend. Never see mice in this camp, and we were sitting here, was it Friday night, watching a friggin' video, and then the next she comes running across the living room here with this mouse in her mouth. Doesn't know what to do with it. She's never caught one before. Great big fat one too. She went in under the wood stove and just sat there growling, is all you could hear. So I luckily grabbed it, chased her out, and she came over to the kitchen here and spit it out. It sat there for a minute, and I put a glove on. I grabbed it there and threw it outside. So I was a little bit humane in that one. Cindy thought I should have let her have it for dinner. So I wasn't going that route. And then last night, in the middle of the night, she caught another one. And I think where they're coming in is through the catio out there. They're probably climbing up the shingle on the outside and coming in the catio. Anyway, she got another one in the middle of the night. Heard her laying out here growling under the wood stove. So 2 for 2. And I grabbed a hold of her this time. I literally put my fingers in her mouth a bit, her jaw, got it, and pulled them out. Just tiny one this time. Threw it outside. So there's 2 mice out there. They're real lucky to be alive right now. So anyway, that's my humane thing to do for the weekend. What are you doing, chickie? You don't have to stand there. Well, I guess your hair's a mess. What? Cindy's got morning hair, so she doesn't want to be in camera. She's still got the same radiant smile, though, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, I guess we had a good time. We came, we saw, we conquered, had a good weekend. I actually got my hip x-rayed, too, for anybody who's wondering how the old hip's doing. It's the onset of osteoarthritis a little bit, I guess they're saying. So we're trying to pump some different supplements and stuff into me, and calcium and glucosamine and a few things. Maybe I can, you know, hold back on it, because I guess there's not going to be a whole lot they can do for it. Anyway, at least I guess it's good news in one way, because it could have been a whole lot worse. So anyways, from Cynthia and I, Sunday morning here, Cynthia. She's waving over there. I will cut this video off now, and I'm hoping maybe this week we'll set the cameras up, maybe at another campground, camping somewhere, maybe with the Goldwing this time, who knows. All over the place. That's life with me. You guys have a good day, and live simply, remain grateful. We'll talk to you soon.